That is Sacred's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do a prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we're doing lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar so you do not miss out. Of course, we have the two new little shows on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we have the horoscope show directly at 11:15 my time Central. And of course, today's little show is the remote viewing show at 11:15 as well. So make sure you check those out later on at 11:15 my time, so Central time. Let's get started with the card of the day. I'm working alone today. The wife is at work. Okay. A busy day. Okay, so this is from the universe to us, the message for us on how we should be feeling and thinking and all that wonderful stuff for today. And the card is look inside yourself. Being truthful with yourself is probably the biggest thing to overcome many of the things that block us from many of our successes that we're unfortunately, we try to be something that we are not a lot of the time. Okay. And it's when you start to become who you are and be comfortable with who you are that true success will start to happen and people will start to vibe with you in a big way. So make sure you are true to yourself and looking inside and have that contemplation within yourself to become more and more at one with the universe. Okay. Another announcement today, since I was working on it late into the night, is now we have our Discord channel all ready to go. It's on the website, sacredboundary.com, through the Patreon link. So you hit the Patreon link and it'll bring you right to the Discord, so everybody can go there and talk after the show, and many other things are there, and we can have a lot of fun with that. So go check it out on the website at sacredboundary.com. So go have fun. Hopefully people will join and have a lot of fun. Okay, let's get into some of the questions of the day that we didn't cover in the last show. Somebody was asking the question about pulse chain. I know it's been a while. They've been announcing that they're going to be releasing very soon, and I keep getting the impression when it does come out, people are going to be, okay, finally. Let's have a closer look. They're supposed to be coming out in March or April or whatever the people are saying of it coming out. And people are wondering if it's going to be a big thing or a little thing. Is it really worth the wait? Now, the cards are revealing that it's going to be doing okay overall. It's not going to be having this big kaboom like everybody was thinking it was, because it's fresh. It was new back in the day. But the more time people wait for something, the polish, the glare is diminished over time. And I think that's going to be a situation for Pulse Chain coming out in the next little while. I'm picking up it's going to be a little actually later than what they had announced recently. But it is going to be having okay results as it does finally come out. It's going to be connected with everything, and everything is going to be hunky-dory on the way that it works. Okay. But will it have that big push? I don't think that's going to be a big thing for much later. I think they're going to have to really pull out their socks and advertise and get everybody excited about the project again. And then only then after that will it really start to build up steam. Okay. And of course, I think they're going to have to do a whole lot of work behind the scenes to get everybody excited again. Like I just mentioned, I'm also picking up that they're going to have to make a whole bunch of changes within their platform to make it more palatable to the people that are out there. So when it does come out, I think it's going to be for the first little while. And then I think they're going to be doing okay overall. Okay, so that was Pulse Chain, which we're still waiting on. CFX $1. When will it get to that level? I have no idea what this one is because there's a lot of cryptocurrencies that are coming out, and some of them are, a good portion of them are crap. Okay, just to be blunt with you. But let's have a look at this particular cryptocurrency. Is it going to do anything? Is it going to fizzle out? Is it going to have a little bit of a lifespan? Let's have a look. The cards are showing that, yeah, it'll do okay. I don't think there's not many coins that can actually get to those top 50 spots. And I don't think this is going to be one of them, but if you have some crypto in it, it will do okay. Okay. And there's going to be a whole lot of problems when it's trying to get along this $1 valuation in the future. There's going to have to be a lot of work behind the scenes to get it working to where it can get to that $1. Will it get to that $1? I don't think so for quite some time, especially not in any 1 to 2 year span. I think it's going to be a little longer than that going forward. They're going to have some family unity within their platform, getting everybody working together. Programmers are a little weird that way. So if they get that harmony working after a year or so, there is some possibilities of it getting to that $1 in a couple of years. Okay, with that said, let's move on to the next question. The light. Now, the title of today's show is to do with light. And I remember Bob Job was asking the question because he was asking his guides and spirit people questions, and he was getting information from them. And one of my guides goes, while I was walking around doing things, my guide Tony goes, make sure you tell him the protocol. Because it's good that you surround yourself with white light, ground and center yourself, okay, which is the perfect way to be. Now, the second thing, if somebody's trying to talk to you from the other side or other realms, is that you have to ask the question of them. And that question is, are you of the light? Okay, this is a actual rule that they have to follow, and they have to answer you truthfully. So if you have a guide and he's giving you information, or a spirit or whatever coming in talking to you, and your first reaction after you've surrounded yourself with white light and grounded and centered yourself is ask the question, are you of the light? And if they go, make sure that they answer correctly, because they have to. They might go around the question if they aren't part of the light. They, well, maybe, but most of the time they usually answer like that. Yes, I am part of the light, and they have to answer truthfully. If you get a no, well, then you just give them some white light and then send them on their way and move into another person or entity coming in to do the work that we do. Okay, so just a little tidbit on how to conduct the protocol between you, usually in a mediumistic situation, because when you're talking to people from the other side, you're working as a medium, or a channeler, which is getting information directly from universal mind. Okay, which I'm more of a channeler than I am a medium. You always have to ask the question, are you of the light? Okay, because there's a lot of creatures out there that would like to prey on you and do all kinds of things. So make sure that you're surrounding yourself with white light, grounding and centering yourself. Do meditation a lot and ask that one question. Okay. And if they don't answer, yes, sir, keep asking until they do answer you. Okay. So hopefully that helps everybody out in your future psychic ability work. Okay, let's get into for later on the show after this show coming up. It'll be about 10-20 minutes or so. The remote viewing, okay, which is 9967-4645 for later on the show after this one. And we're going to be revealing that. So make sure you come back and we're going to go through that remote viewing. It's going to be a good time. Always a good way of training ourselves, training our psychic abilities to become stronger and more connected with universe. And when you start to become more connected with universe, you start to make those great decisions, and much greater things will come to you, okay, in a big way when you start doing that. So come out for that remote viewing show, and we're going to work on our psychic abilities at that time. Of course, we got the new one already. It's 0589-5182. Okay, so if you don't know what all these numbers are, come out to the remote viewing show after this one at 11:15 my time, and actually find out what's going on. Okay, so let's get into the chat. We got a couple people talking here. We got Bob. We got Peter. Hello, Peter. It's been a while. We got Jenny. Marlon. Hello, Marlon, the gentleman that helped us work on the Discord channel. And we finally got it all hooked up. And you can go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com. I changed the Patreon link was kind of buried. So I put it out more where the tab that comes down says Patreon Discord, and you can hit that and actually go down and start to sign up for that. It's going to be a good time for everybody that's involved. Okay. And that's going to be built upon more and more as we move along. Okay, let's get into the questions. We got Richard Braham. What is a better investment for the 2 years? For 2 years from now? Riff, or I think that's RDNT. Let's have a look. Both built on Bitcoin. Interesting. That layer 2 stuff going on. Lots of things happen with the layer 2 of Bitcoin, but it's not really advertised all that much. But let's have a choice. The choice is RIF or RDNT, which is the better of the two. I think the RIF is a little bit better of the two if you're just looking, if you could only choose one. And I think it's the RIF is going to be the bigger winner overall. And I got somebody on my Discord already. It's probably the wife. Hello. Or maybe it's dark. Anyways, overall, I think it's going to be Riff over RDNT for the win. If you're looking for the choose between the two. I think RIF is going to be connecting, and it's going to have a lot of financial growth over the couple years that it's going to be out working on that layer 2 stuff. And I think the RDNT is not going to do as well as the RIF, all these letters. And I think they're going to have a lot more problems along the way in the next 2 years than the RIF, actually. And they're going to have to resolve those going forward to actually make it. Okay. It could be the one that kind of goes bye bye over the time. Okay. I think the RDNT we've done a reading on, and I think I picked up it was okay. But I think they're going to have a lot of problems coming up very, very soon. Okay. So, what's the next question? Make sure we got a lot of questions for today's show. One famous psychic predicted that Putin will die in November 23rd. What do you sense? When will he die? 2035 is the number that's coming up. So it won't be because of the drone strikes and all that silliness that they're trying to make it a big thing. It's big for the Russian people. Okay. He wasn't even home at the time when they did the drones. But yes, there was the attempt twice, I think 3 times now, that they've tried to drone him out of business. But I don't. You have to remember, Putin is a very smart gentleman, and he's very tactically smart. Okay. He's read Sun Tzu. He knows the ins and the outs of Sun Tzu. And many of the moves that you see him do are part of martial arts training that I see in a bigger sense. And me being a fellow martial artist, see that with many of the things that he's doing on a larger scale. It's a lot of evasion and all that sort of thing, especially from a perspective of Sun Tzu. So, will he die? Well, yeah, he will die. He is human. We think. I think he's going to be okay. I don't think any of the assassination attempts will work. And if they ever did, if they ever actually did accomplish their mission, whoever did it, I'm also picking if that ever happened and his generals, because it's just not Putin, it's all of his generals, and you got all of his cabinet ministers and all that, and they're very smart as well, not like our Canadian and American counterparts here. Yeah, that country is going to be toast. Okay, they're going to pull all the troops out and hammer the crap out of that country, whoever will claim doing this or whoever they find had done it. Okay, especially if it's somewhere close like Ukraine. They're being nice. Okay, Russians are actually being nice about this war. But I don't see him dying until 2032 in that range. It could be in November 23rd in 2032, but I don't see him actually passing away in that period of time. And of course, if he does die before that, they'll just have a body double take over and continue and lay waste to the country that actually did it. Okay. So there's that. Have fun. Lots of fun going on. Bob Schaub. Hi, Andre. JP Morgan has gone big short on gold. They never lose. Well, I wouldn't say that. JB Morgan has made quite a bit of mistakes in the past. And of course, they're too big to fail. You know how that worked out in 2008. Well, but let's have a look. Shorting gold. So they think that gold is going to go to down to the nothing or close to nothing. And you can't really do that unless you're manipulating the system from within. And we've already know that JB Morgan has been manipulating gold prices for quite some time, and silver as well. That will only hold for so long. Okay. And that's the price on paper. The actual price of, if you have it in your hand, actual gold and silver, is going to be worth much more than the paper crap. People always ask, should I get the paper version of gold? No, get the actual asset. Okay. Because banks, if you're doing it through a bank or something, they can deny you payment on those things. So, and that can be manipulated much easier than the actual gold itself. so I'm picking up it's probably the paper version of gold, not the actual gold, which does affect the price of gold. But I am picking up that they're not going to have that happily ever after that they're thinking of. It's kind of, I'm picking up that it's more of a Hail Mary because they're kind of at a loss because JB Morgan is buying all the smaller banks at the time right now. There's going to be a limit on how much holes they can plug. Like let's think of a dam with a bunch of holes in it, and all they're doing to stop the flood coming out, that they're plugging all the little holes. Eventually, they won't be able to do that, and then gold is going to take off like crazy. Okay, you can only make so much funny money by constant printing. Eventually, it's going to fail, and it will fail very, very soon. Okay, this is more of a Hail Mary because all they know how to do is dig a hole. That's their only tool, and then fill it with money. And if you keep doing that, the whole system starts to collapse. And we're going to go into something else outside of the old banking system. And I keep stressing this. The old banking system's on its way out. Hopefully you don't have everything in the banking system. And of course, they're trying to scare us away from cryptocurrencies and gold and silver and all that, because that's their tactics. Is they want you to stay in the sinking boat. They don't want you to have a leg up. They want you to be poor. They don't want regular people making money. They want to make all the money, and they want to control you through that, and using fear is their best tactic, and it works. So yeah, buy gold, buy silver, buy Bitcoin. That's all I got to say. Not financial advice. You do what you want to do, but that's where I'm going. So yeah, the comment that they never lose, they're going to lose in the end very, very soon. Okay. Thank you for that question. Okay. Jenny Wenzel, please could you advise SOL, link, or dot? If you had to choose between the three, I think I would pick dot overall. A dot, then link, then SOL would be my choice if you want to rate them. Because I think there's going to be some huge things that are going to be coming out for Polkadot coming up very soon. Get them back on the front page. Link is kind of all over the place at the moment because of news and people watching all that stuff. I'm thinking dot will be the better of the bunch, then link, then SOL, in that order. If you're looking where to put your money, Me, I just throwing it into Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, because those are going to be the big ones that are going to be sticking around for the longest period of time and going to have the most use overall. But if you're looking for just one out of the three, I would pick DOT. Okay. Thank you for that question. Hi, will crypto be affected when big bank problems occur in May, June, usually a 40% BTC price retrace in June? Everybody's looking for this retrace. Banks and crypto are not connected. Well, they are, but they shouldn't be. It's because people, the big money, will probably start to use the Bitcoin assets to pay off the bills that because the banking industry is collapsing. So they need to pay off their bills. So they're going to take a little bit of their Bitcoin and start to pay off their bills in the banking industry. And it's probably why it's going to be dropping a little bit, but not huge amounts. And if it does, this is when you buy. And I think there's going to be some huge buying opportunities out there for everybody in the next little while, especially right now with the Bitcoin price going all over the place and most of the cryptocurrencies doing their thing. Okay. This is when you buy. Okay. Do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. And this is how you will become wealthy. Doesn't necessarily be rich. You got to be wealthy. There's a difference. And being patient. Don't do the fear thing. Stay out of that fear mongering and keep buying that cryptocurrencies and gold and silver. Because if the banking system collapses, you got to have all your assets somewhere. Okay. Don't keep them on the exchanges. I've heard so many stories of people keeping their stuff on the exchanges and the exchange collapses, and there's better ways. Okay. Trezor, Ledger Nano, even a regular hot wallet on your phone is a little safer than an exchange. Not by much, but it is safer. And there's ways of doing trades between cryptocurrencies on your Trezor itself. Okay. So look that up. I don't see a 40% retrace. I see a couple 3 to 4%. Okay. I know everybody wants exciting buying opportunities, but I don't see it. Okay. It's just that fear mongering. And you asked for cards too. Yeah, it'll go down 3 to 4 or 5% in that range, but not much more than that. And that's because they're going to be spending their cryptocurrency to pay off their banking bills and all that sort of thing, the big organizations. And then you have the fear thing and all that baloney. And the smarter of us are going to be buying when it's going down, right? And that's pretty much what the cards are saying. This is when people are going to start to lose their connection with higher consciousness. Okay. Because when you are in fear, it's hard to connect to spirit. And in the universal mind is when you're in fear. When you hold your breath out for that second, you get out of fear. You can't have fear and holding your breath at the same time. So if you're in that fear mode, okay, do not make decisions while you are in that fear mode. Never, ever do that. Okay. Only do big decisions when you're calm, centered, and collected every time. And you will make better decisions. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. I'm on a little bit of a rant today, I guess. Hi, Shiba still going down. Will Shiba Inu reach 5 zeros 85? Currently 5 zeros 95. Please with the cards. Yeah, it's going to go down. It may disappear in October. That was one of the videos I did. I remember doing the editing on that video, and they're going to be around. They're fine. It's just a good buying opportunity out there for everybody for Shiba Inu in the next little while. It is going to be having pretty good financial flow. Even though it's going to go down like everything else, it will go back up. That is the name of the game. And if you're smart and you're buying, buy when it's low, or buy as it sits, buy as it dips. That's all you need to know, unless you're an active trader who's doing it every day. For us regular folks, just when it's sitting, buy. When it's dipping, you buy. And it's going to be coming up. It's what confidence do you have in Shiba Inu? Do you think it's going to outlast everything else? If not, you shouldn't be in Shiba Inu itself. If you don't trust it to stick around for the long haul, this is a long-term game, not a short-term financial get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term play, okay? And the cards are revealing that it will be fine. It'll probably go down much like this because of everything else that's going on. But it's going to have a lot of financial flow. Okay? So people get it. Because it's easily accessible to the most amount of people. That's why people love it. Okay? Accessibility, it's fun. You can make some money with it. You can do all kind of DeFi stuff with it, bearing the bones and all that stuff. Shiba Inu will be just fine. Okay? Fear, don't get lay in the fear. Okay? You're welcome, Bob, for the advice that I gave you. Will Pepe crypto keep pumping now? No. Things will pump. It won't go on into infinity. There's going to be a time when all the people that have been promoting Pepe coin, it's probably some YouTubers and all that, promoting it and getting everybody riled up, and and then what always happens when everybody's getting in late, I'm going to make a lot of money. And of course, it's going to be really expensive right now to get into Pepe coin because the gas prices are crazy. And then they're going to go rug pull, and they're going to sell all their assets at a certain period of time. This is one of those times because it has no use case. All it has is some frog thing. Pepe, if you don't know, is a frog meme thing. What everybody's going to get excited, and they're going to seek the riches, and then all the people that got in before, they're going to pull their money out, and then it's going to collapse. Everybody, this is what I keep stressing, do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. It may pump for another 2 months. I don't think it's going to go beyond that. Okay. When everybody's crying, that's when you get in, especially if it's a cryptocurrency that you really like, right? And you think is going to survive everything. But people don't do that. They buy into the hype of something, and then they get in at the top, and then the top collapses, and they lose all their money because they don't do the opposite of everybody else. Right now, if it's pumping like crazy, this is when you pull out. When everybody's boo-hooing about it, this is when you get in. Simple. Write that on a Post-it note. Put it on your forehead. What's everybody else doing in the market? Oh, they're all excited. They're buying in. Everybody's singing the joy of Pepe. Yay! Oh, this is when you... Okay? This is if you have some, you take it out if you can weather the gas prices. Yeah, pull out. And everybody's, oh, pepe coin is down. Well, in this case, I wouldn't do anything with it, but that would go with gold, silver, Bitcoin, the ones that are going to survive no matter what happens. Everybody's boo-hooing about it. You buy. When everybody's like, yay, that's when you pull out. Do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. If you're thinking of getting in the pepe, hold it. What's everybody doing? Read the room. Okay? Me, I see that and I go, because it's going to be dropping very, very soon. Okay? Because they're going to go, boop. Numbers going to be coming on the channel going, it went down. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Well, thank you for that question. It'll pump another 2 months. And if you're into it, awesome. Now is the time to think of pulling. Hi, Andre. Will we see December 2022 prices again in 2023 for most cryptos? I think it's going to go way beyond that. As I've said in other readings and all that sort of thing, we're going to start to see huge differences between the past and the future events coming up, where everything is going to be not going by the playbook anymore. We're getting into a moment where we can't compare what's happening to the past because the banking industry is collapsing. All the governments are collapsing as well. We're coming into uncertain times, and now the thinking is going to be changing about cryptocurrencies overall. The banks are collapsing. What should you do? Do you keep your money in the bank? You might not be able to get it tomorrow. I know UK is having a big problem in their banking industry, and I think they just did their CBDCs. It's not looking good, but I think there's ways around that. There's always ways around stupid. So if you look around in the UK, there's probably little side doors that you can go in and out of. Though always is, because the big wigs need a way in and out without dealing with all the stupidity. They always put that into the plan. But yeah, I think it's going to be way beyond that. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Excuse me. Bentley. Starlink versus Zen. Which is better long term? Probably Starlink. Because it has a better use case. Let's have a look. If I was to choose between the two, and I'm not in either one of those really, I would pick the Starlink over the Zen. They're not different price-wise for the next little while. It's just marginally better than the other. But if you're looking for the big win, it would be Starlink. Okay. Zen has some good qualities as well, from what I know about it, and it's going to do very, very well. Overall, not amazing, but it's going to do okay. I think Starlink is going to be much better overall. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Can I get a reading on snail brook token? Okay. Oops, I had a card malfunction. What what was it? Usually when a card falls out of your hand, it's usually an indicator that's going to be part of the reading, and that card is higher consciousness. So something's going to be connecting with this one in the next little while. Of course, we have the kindness card and new opportunities. So whatever this project is, and I have no clue what this is, there's some okay cards. I think it's going to be doing okay. Not quite sure what its niche is or its use case is, but there's going to be some interesting opportunities built into it, and it's going to be connected with something higher in the ecosystem overall. And I think it's going to be doing okay overall. Okay, it's not going to be beating out Bitcoin, but it's going to be doing okay for what it does. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Marlin, can we get a reading on nezuko? That's her meme coin in anime. Huh. Does it have any use cases? So it's going to be a short-term thing that we're might get excited about. I don't think it'll ever get to the height of Pepe. That's where everybody's attention is right now. And they're going to be, unfortunately, the people putting their money into Pepe right now, they're going to lose all their money. Because they get in too late. Let's have a look at this one. Nezuko. Probably Japanese. Just a meme coin. I should bring out a coin called Akira. Hoy! Have a little motorcycle on there. On the coin. It's an old anime cartoon from way back when. Never know. Anyways, for this particular coin, I think it's going to do okay. If you get in nice and early, it'll pump up. Hopefully, it's not attached to the Ethereum blockchain, because gas prices are crazy right now. They haven't really fixed that. I think they're going to do well. It's going to be pumping for a short little bit of time, not like Pepe coin, but a little bit, and then it's going to die off very shortly thereafter. I am picking up that it will start to pick up steam. So I guess that'll be the next thing. Ooh, Nezuko. If you want fast money, it could be a good possibility. It's just if you can weather those gas prices, if it's on Ethereum blockchain, I think overall it'll do okay. Okay, thank you for that. Maybe a 3-card reading too for me on the week ahead. Bikinis, I see. Maybe it's Marlin in a bikini. Who knows? Our persons with bikinis. I think the next week or so, I think you're going to be in a situation where the people around you are going to be feeling much safer. Probably people that are really connected to you are going to be feeling much safer with the situation that you're getting yourself into in the next little while. And then making sure that you're following your dreams. I think there's going to be a moment in time when you're going to be getting discouraged. You move along in the next week, and then you lose sight of what you're trying to do and you start kind of drop the ball in the next little while. So make sure that you're not dropping that ball and continuing through with the things that you're thinking of, and think it's going to be very beneficial to you in the next little while. You got everything in play. Continue. Do not get discouraged with everything that's going on around you. And I'm thinking that you're going to be successful in that venture. Just keep going. Don't drop the ball. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Bob John, can I get a 3 card for me in May? So you're going to be breaking free from whatever situation that you find yourself in. You're kind of, kind of in a rut in a little way, and I think something's going to be coming along that's going to be pulling you out of that rut and into some new type of action coming up for yourself. And something on my Discord. And it's to do with honoring what you feel inside and not covering that up. Okay, when it's like the card I said in the very beginning, being true to yourself, being true with your own feelings is going to be playing a big part in what you're going to be doing in May. Okay, so being true, carrying things through, stick to your guns, and continuing with this new opportunity that it's going to be coming your way. It's going to be paying off in a big way. Not necessarily money-wise, but in just general life. Okay? And make sure that you follow through and do not get discouraged for the process. Okay? I'm thinking that you're going to be moving in a new direction. Could be a new way of thinking or a new hobby, which may be turning into something else. That's going to be coming your way in May. Okay? Could be joining onto the Discord and having fun there. You never know. Okay, hopefully that helps you out, Bob. Everyone will be taken to CBDCs. If you want to. That's totally up to you. Okay, they're going to do it behind the scenes, and people are going to, if it's anything like the thing that's happening here in Canada, people are going to be finding out that here in Canada, there's a few instances that people went from one province to another province and tried using their TD card for shopping, and it wouldn't work because they didn't tell TD that they're going on a trip outside of their 15-minute city. And they're probably going to do the same thing with CBDCs in UK. Bob Jobs from UK. Yeah, that's going to float like a Led Zeppelin. I think those banking managers are going to get a lot of phone calls because you're going to sneak it in there. Yeah. And people are already angry. I think they're going to be doing an about face on many of these things and thinking different strategies moving forward. Maybe we shouldn't screw everybody over. And that's what's going to be happening because people in European countries get a little bit more excited than Canadians. Canadians are a little bit more fierce when they're angry when they get to that point. But I think people in Europe are a little bit more boisterous. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. And I think that situation is going to be interesting to watch. And it's not going to be lasting all that long. Okay? How will Gala do soon, too? Gala. Gala's going to be okay. It's going to be one of the top cryptocurrencies moving forward. It's going to be at least in the top 100 coins moving forward. As many of my crypto millionaires would tell you, stay in the top 100 coins, unless you're an active trader, or if you're crazy, or if you have a lot of money to throw around. Stay within the top 100 coins, and you'll be just fine. And I think Gala is in that range, and I think Gala is going to do okay overall. It's going to be, of course, bumps along the road, blah, blah, blah. But overall, I think it's going to be coming down in the next little while with everything else, and it's a good time to buy normally. And I think it's going to be going up with the rest of the herd. I don't think it's going to be doing its own thing for quite some time, because I think everybody's going to be focused on Bitcoin and Pepe coin for the next little while. And that's where all the money is going to be going in the next little while. We got to get more people into crypto, especially Bitcoin, and having that price pump. And that's going to be coming very soon, because people are going to be pissed off at CBDCs, and they're going to look for alternatives. Stop pissing people off, governments. But Gala overall, I think, is going to be just fine. It's just a long waiting. Waiting. That should be the new song, Waiting. And when within a year, it's going to be pumping pretty good. Okay. Thank you for that question. If you are feeling DOT over link at this point in time, do you have any price predictions on DOT? Actual price? No, but I think it's going to go up at least 10-15% from where it is today. It was the big contender for a while, then kind of fell out of favor with everybody because it's not in the news cycle. But I think they're going to be doing some things coming up very, very soon that is going to be pumping the cryptocurrency. Ooh, some new news, some new things put onto Polkadot, and people get excited and they start to focus on that. You have to remember, people are very easily distracted. Look over here. And people go over there and put their money in, they get excited, and that price will pump. That's true of most things. Okay? But yeah, I think Polkadot will do very fine, 10-15% in the next couple of years. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. DOT is 569. Oh. So whatever 10-15% from that is, there you go. Many cryptos have not held their value like Reef. Yeah. Star Atlas, Shiba, Doge, they went down and BTC goes up. When will these altcoins reverse direction? Probably a year from now. To give you the truth, the market is Bitcoin. I know people don't like to hear that. Okay, whatever Bitcoin is doing, everything else seems to follow. It is the big boy. And the only reason that altcoins go up is because the Bitcoin has gone down, and everybody's taken their Bitcoin money and they're putting into the altcoins. Usually. Okay, and when the altcoins go up, it gets to a certain period, and then all those people sell, and then they put it back in the Bitcoin. It's just this. It's just the market, the way it works, pretty much. And every so often, everything pumps because everything is based off of the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so altcoins in 2024. if you're a guy, that's how guys work. Bob Jod, thanks for that. Yeah, no problem. Oh, no more questions. Okay. One more question. Let's see if we can get one on the board here before we sign out. Boop. Nope. Everybody's signing off already. We're not done. We got a couple minutes left. One question. Can you tell Spirit to send her my way already? Well, you can do that yourself. I can help, but everybody has to remember that they have the ability to do these things themselves. Law of attraction. By writing it down, putting it on the fridge or a mirror or something on what you want. Then there's the law of action, where we do all the things that are necessary to bring these things forward in a natural way. Okay? Don't go weird. Just do things naturally. The work, the law of action, the law of attraction, and there's, of course, 12, some people say 13 laws that everything works by in the universe. And if you kind of touch upon all those things and utilize all those laws, things will start to work out. And most of the time, when we are calm, centered, with the white light, you can achieve most things. Okay. So, maybe you want to tell everybody what is on Discord. Well, there's a little bit of a general chat area. So you go there, you pay your fee and all that through the Patreon. And there is the chat area. There is the where we can have a private room. We can post things on there. So if you have a news article that you want to share with everybody, I know Dark has already done that with a couple posts. So when you leave here from this live show, you can all go there and talk with them amongst each other. That's one benefit. Other benefits, there's the general chat. You can post things. You can promote yourself on there as well. So if you have a little business or a little side business and something like that, you can post things. There's a little area for that. There's a horoscope kind of thing on there as well, talking about coins. If you want to talk about coins, ask me questions between shows or have suggestions on what you want to see for the next show. That is always so there as well. And there's a ton of other things on there on our new Discord, which Marlon has wonderfully made. Thank you, Marlon. Awesome stuff. Okay. So make sure you go to sacredreadingsbyonder.com, where all that information for the Discord is there. It's through the Patreon page. So it's a pull down menu from our webpage. It'll say Patreon Discord. You hit that and you can get into the Patreon, which brings you into the Discord. And it's fairly cheap. Okay. Per month. And there's all kinds of wonderful things on there that we can participate in together. Like talking and description. You can talk about your crypto. I can give my info on cryptos. You can have your business listed, news stories, future remote viewing things that you can post there. All kinds of wonderful things that are on there. Okay. Along with that, on sacredreadingsbyonder.com, there's also, if you like a personal reading with me, That's also on psychoreadsbyaudio.com, where all that information is there. If you like a healing, and there's a healing part of the Discord as well, which the wife will be looking at. So if you have a request for healing, you can put it on there as well, and we can help you with that with our the wife with her Reiki master stuff going in there and helping you out. And of course, if you like a personal session with her, that's also on our website as well. And if you like to participate in any of our affiliate links, go to psychoreadsbyaudio.com, where all that stuff is there as well. And if you should purchase something through those affiliate links, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Okay, so with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you about 11:15 for the remote viewing show. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.